Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you all doing? Let's go ahead and make sure you all can hear me. If you'd go ahead and type the number 1 in the chat box, comment box, I would greatly appreciate it. Let me know that you can hear me. And I'm not talking to myself for the next little bit. All right. Let's see what we got there. Perfect. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate it. Keep in mind, as we go through this morning here, folks, everything we look at is for educational purposes only. Nothing is meant to be advice and or recommendations. All right. So let's jump in. Let me take that down. Let's start off with the futures. All right, so we've got ES on the page here. You know, it looked not bad there, right? When you look at it, not a bad looking picture. And then you get the look of yesterday and that huge sell-off yesterday, right? And we were all over the place. We had big moves up, big moves down. We popped and then failed big time at the end of the day yesterday. Remember, this vertical line is the start of our new day, right? The close at 5 and the open at 6 p.m. Eastern last night. And we just kind of drifted off until we got to about 3:30. We got a little bit of a pop, but we've gone literally sideways for a good portion of the day this morning since that sideways move took place. I just need a drawing tool. Someday I'll remember to do that. Okay, there we go. So right here, we've got a little bit of a horizontal pattern going on in there. We've had this breakout here, which I'm not too concerned with, but we're stuck in that pattern, right? Right now, we're about flat. It shows minus half, minus quarter. So we're kind of flattish on the ES. Once again, I talked about this a little bit yesterday. Remember, it's holiday week. So you're going to see some slowdown. You'll see lower volume. You're going to see less movement. Although I got everybody that came out today had some form of earnings or something related to sales. Every one of the companies we're going to talk about. And for the most part, not good. 80% of them, whoop, in the tank. So let's take a look back at the YM and see how the Dow is doing. We're up 38 points on the Dow. So slightly different move, but not much. And we're still in that sideways pattern going on right now. NASDAQ NQ is its own index, its own world now. Used to be a lot different when I first started trading. So we kind of drifted down in that sideways slight angle up drift, but really nothing in here that says, ooh, take a bullish day. We're down about 27 points right now. The RUT RTY is down 2 points. We're at 23.30. Where am I? I am well over 100 points away. Where am I? November 30th is my expiration, my next expiration on the RUT that I've got to deal with. So I'm going to be good. Another expired RUT for the year, which hopefully, I mean, we'll see come next week, right? There's still a few days left. But Bitcoin, 56,795, not looking good for them, right? Gold, we had a little bit of a shift in gold again to the downside. We're down about 20 points right now. Now, crude oil, very interesting, very interesting. They came out this morning in the U.S. government and said, we are going to release some of our critical storage that we have in place, right? Our reserves. And that should mean that lower cost of oil. And what happens? We go from 75.20 up to 77.70. What in the world? I did not see other news around it. I'm sure something else came out. But look at the move, right? And very much a measured move when you look, right? If we just went through this last night in our training I did yesterday, which was on power option plays, right? You look at that move that's in there, guys, and then if you duplicate that rectangle, make a new parallel, and just kind of drag it out and come off of this bottom right here, we had a 100% increase from that initial move. We had a pullback and a 100% increase in there. So it's been a very nice pattern. For oil, again, huge move to the upside. You got to look at what's going on there. Today is Tuesday. It's not Energy Stores Day, so I'm not sure. Nat gas not getting the same benefits there that crude is. It's up a little bit for the day, but nothing crazy. right? 26 cents on that gas. All right. So with that, let's go ahead and take a look at the candidates. All right, I've got my list right here. I'm going to work off of the chart in the bottom right corner, right here. Bottom right corner is my list of what I'm looking at. This is my day. This is what I look at today. I have, I think it's 10 stocks that have news on them. I've got 4 stocks that I'll be looking at for directional trades, day trades type things. And then, of course, all my Reddit stuff that I look at every single day. So let's start off with BBY. And we are definitely in a retailer's world today, right? We've got a lot of retail companies have made announcements today that we're going to be looking at as we go through. So Best Buy, right? Why are they down? They closed up. They're down right now 20 points. They closed up 140-ish. They're at 120-ish. We're down 20.34 right now. Why? What is going on with Best Buy? Well, they're talking about their holiday sales compared to last year's are not as good as they were. So we're seeing a hit take place in there, right? So what am I looking for? It's pretty simple. Bear call spread, right? Could you trade a directional put on this? Absolutely, you can. It has weekly options on it. So let's look for a sec. Let's pull that in. Hey, Robert, good morning. I just saw that from you, sir. So if we're looking at day trades, right? We've got a decent spread, but I don't know if that, I don't trade Best Buy. So I don't know if that is a point of overnight or if that's normal for them, right? We get into the puts. Notice the open interest, we've got very little on the calls. Puts, we've got huge open interest on the puts in comparison. Anyway, when I say huge. So look, I could sell, as of yesterday, I could sell the 114s for 41 cents. Right. So that's going to change a little bit, obviously, because we've dropped so much. Right. I'm sorry. I said sell puts. We would look to buy puts. Right. So we'd be down here. So we've got a 68. Where are we now? That's actually 100 delta. We've got a 74 delta. We could have bought these yesterday at $1.08, at 40 cents, the 118s for 40 cents. You got to look at next week, see what you could do there if you're looking as a buyer. We still have enough open interest, 137, 65 by 76. But really, to me, I'm going to be looking at a bear call spread. I'm going to be looking at the daily chart, trying to determine where on that chart I have a major support and or resistance level. And on Best Buy, I'm going to put the option chain back over here. So on Best Buy, we're sitting at 118 right now. So we're right here. That's where we are. So if I can find a bear call spread above the 124s, I will be tickled pink. There are $1 strike prices in here. So if I can get the 124, 125, now granted, things moved already from yesterday, right? But if I can get the 124, 125 bear call spread for next week, actually, why am I thinking it's Friday? It's only Tuesday. We've got plenty of time left for this week. So 24, 25. Right? If we, I don't want to do math. It's too early in the morning. 24.5. We were looking as of yesterday at 60 cents. We're probably not there today as far as premium goes, but we've got to look at when the market opens. It's hard to tell where the overpricing was on the options, but that's what I'm going to be looking for as far as the where. If we're at 117, ideally get me up above 124 and I'm golden. All right, so that's Best Buy. Zoom, ZM. I like Zoom a lot. Sean and I were just talking as the market opened, as we got ready this morning to open up the event here this morning. And we were talking about Zoom. And yesterday we went and modified one of our subscriptions with them. We downgraded the subscription. We have multiple rooms in Zoom. We don't need as many seats in all of the rooms. We need to keep a couple of the rooms with really big seat numbers, but not all of them. So we downgraded it, and what happens to Zoom? Well, today they're down 25 points. Go figure. Wealth Builders dropped some of the subscriptions, and they dropped down. All seriousness, nothing to do with us, right? It was earnings. It's earnings. Guys, we're coming out of the pandemic. We're coming out of the I have to work from home, and I have to have Zoom. People are still going to use it. You're still going to see more of it than you did before, but not as much as we did while we had schools running it. My wife's school is not allowed to do anything during the work week right now on digital. We're on Long Island in New York. They're not allowed. If you can't make it to school, sorry, there's nothing we can do. Now, they do holidays and things like that, but they don't need all the subscriptions and stuff that they do. Snow days, they'll do it this way, but they've cut back dramatically. I know the technical guy, they've cut back dramatically on their services. So they're down about 25 points right now. Same scenario. Let's look at Zoom because I like them a lot. They were in a bearish bias. They were down at 250, 242 yesterday. They're actually right now, wow, 217. So they're somewhere over here. So bear call spread on Zoom without a doubt. But here's what I like a lot with companies like Zoom and where this is now. We're at $217.36 right now is our current price. If I can get a move back up, not all the way, but back towards that 229 and a rollover, a failure taking place at that 229 level, at that point, I could be looking for a directional option trade. Right now, I would like to do this as a day trade, especially with the holiday coming up. Right, I love that. So let's see. Where were we? So we're looking for it to move back up to the 229, right? So all I'm looking for right now is, do I have puts that have enough open interest for this week? And we absolutely do. Look at that open interest. Tremendous, right? Once again, guys, look at the open interest on puts. Look at the open interest on calls. You can see where the bias of traders are just by the open interest, right? So, and funny thing is, when I first started trading, even on bearish stocks, you had very little open interest on puts. It was all on the call options, always. So here we've got 83 delta, 1,300 open interest, 8 by 30. Now we've moved 20 points. So that is going to become a much more expensive option, right? So if we look at the opposite direction, 25 points. So we're probably looking at the 200s, right? The 200s are going to cost us about that $8 or $9, right? For the position-ish. So let's see. So if we can get, and not bad on the bid-ask spread either, right? Not bad. See, Delta just made an adjustment. See, it just changed. It was up at 80 or so. So they're just resetting numbers for pre-market. For the market opening. So 650 by 90, again, not a big deal, fairly inexpensive. But if I can find that 229, we can move back up and roll off of that. That's what I'll be looking to do. And 208 will be my support level. So right around 210, 211, I'll be looking to exit out of that position, right, on Zoom. All right, let me put this back. All right, let's go back in. All right, we got a rock. Urban, URBN. Woo! What a move, what a move, what a move. Why? Earnings, right? Urban Outfitters, another retailer. We'll be looking at a bear call spread, right? Hey, guys, here's a question for you. How did you guys make out yesterday? We had some great setups yesterday. What did your trades look like from yesterday? How have you done for the week? Let me know. Put it down in the comment section. Let me know the stocks you're looking to trade today. What stocks are they? Drop them in. Not the ones you want me to look at, the ones you're looking to trade today. So from Urban Outfitters, we're going to DKS. DKS, Dick's Sporting Goods, down on what? Earnings. They're down about $3.50. We'll be looking at a bear call spread. Will be our first choice on trade for this one. We bear call spread. Abercrombie, A&F. Another one. They're down about $4.50. It was an earnings play. We'll be looking at a bear call spread on Abercrombie. Dollar Tree, DLTR. Take a while to guess what they do. That's retail, right? They're down 194. Not a big move on it right now. We'll be looking at a bear call spread yet again on DLTR. Let me kind of shift. MDT, which is Medtronics, right? Medtronics had earnings come out. They're down about $2 from about 117-ish to about 115-ish. So we're down about $2. We'll be looking at a bear call spread on MDT. They've got full weekly options on them, a full gamut of weeklies. So I do like that. SJM. SJM is Smuckers. Now, they were on CNBC this morning. The CEO was talking about Keurigs, and I think 2 million more Keurigs are going to come online, which means greater sales, more pods, and so forth. He was forecasting big things to happen. They are one of the two companies that are up today. So this stock is $132 right now ish. Notice a lot of hash marks, which just means one trade going off, one trade going off. We want to see where the open is before we make any decisions on anything we're going to do. The only bad thing to this move is they are only monthly options. So I'm not as excited about that. I do like the weeklies much better. All right, so then we have XPEV is our next one. XPEV earnings coming out or came out, right? They missed on the earnings, but this is a Chinese, I think, automaker. And whatever it was, they missed on the earnings, but they had better sales or something like that. So even though one number was bad, the other one was good. Hard to try to keep all of them together. I know it's earnings. I don't need to know all the details behind it. Well, the CEO said that on the fourth quarter, they're going to see, I could care less. Earnings came out. I could tell how the earnings were. They're good. Traders liked what the earnings had to say. So we've had a move to the upside. I will be looking at selling a naked put on XPEV, right? So if we kind of bring this one over and take a look here. Right, so XPEV, we're going to draw a fib first. Right off of there. That's number one. We are on XPEV right now. We're sitting at 49.35. Right? So we're right up at resistance. So if I'm going to sell, I really want to sell around that $46 level, $45 level, somewhere in there. So let's see what we've got even here. All right. So I could sell, as of yesterday, I could sell a $45 put for $1.22. We've had a $2 move, so we'll probably get the equivalent of a $2 move away on the options, so the equivalent of the 43s. So we'll probably get about a 60-cent premium, 50 to 60 cents. Part of this would be overinflation from the earnings coming out. The other part would be we're one day closer to expiration, right? So if I can get 50 or 60 cents on that $43 strike, right, I'm golden. I'll take it. $45 strike, rather. I'll be very happy with that as far as premium goes. If you wanted to try to spread it, you could, right? And the really cool thing here is this. If we're looking at 45 as our first number, so we're looking at the 45, 44s, right? So let's go find 45, 44. As of yesterday, we were able to get 35 cents for that $1 spread, right? $2 away, we were able to get 20 cents. If I could pick up 20 cents on a $1 spread, that gives me a 20% rate of return if the stock stays above that $45 level, right? I love it, right? Actionable trade ideas, folks. That's what we're doing here. Actionable trade ideas. All right, let's keep rocking. I think I've got one, maybe two more. One, Agilent. Bad earnings, right? Monthly options, not real excited about it. Bear call spread would be the way that I would go. All right. Let's see. Alan said he's looking at, PayPal, which paid well. Yeah, PayPal. PayPal, what a great move, huh? Last 2 days. I mean, I liked the day before better, right? The Friday move better. But yesterday, great move. Gap down, small, but a gap down, a fail. I mean, this was great opportunity in there. It opened up 193, pushed down to 191, and then even lower than that. So good trade there, Alan. Congrats on that. Robert said, caught a decent move, both legs and short on NVIDIA. We'll watch for continuation today. Kramer said NVIDIA goes to $1 gazillion or gabillion dollars, whatever silliness term he used, because of their technology. So they are one that I look at every single day. Robert said, took a calendar spread on DKS and will manage it today. Excellent, Robert. Good job. I love the retailers, especially this time of year. There's a lot of activity on them. Alan said GameStop. So also I'm a big GME fan. I like GameStop. I would be looking right now on GameStop at, what time we got here? Let's see. A naked put on GME. Pull that over and let's see. 193 is my magic number. Right? So if I can get down below 193 and get any premium, I can be very excited about that. So 195, 192 and a half. I can get 40 cents for the 192 and a half for this week. Right? So basically, what does that say? If I sell the 192 and a half, I am all the way down here. I've got a lot of protection. I have a 2 standard deviation move. I've got to, well, not quite, but I've got to move through 2 fib lines, the 230 and the 193 half to get in trouble. Right? Could it happen? Yes, it could. It absolutely could. But I've got a lot of protection there. And we could look back at the option, that 192 and a half, I've got a delta of 3. What does that tell me? There's a 3% chance that this trade goes against me by Friday. I don't know. I'll take it. 40 cents all day long. Absolutely all day long. Let's see. Robert said BNTX made 20 cents, $200 on Moderna, made 32 cents, 320 on MNRA with a credit spread and a great profits on SPY and Qs. Big day in practice. There you go, Robert. Excellent. Good job. Say hey said, as Jackie Gleason says, to the moon on NVIDIA. Absolutely. Say hey. I agree. I agree. All right, guys, drop some candidates in real quick. We'll spend an extra 2 or 3 minutes. Yeah, okay to sell with low or no OI? Absolutely. When we're looking at open interest as a buyer, not as a seller. So Kevin's asking for Riven, RIVN. Whew, and the rain came down. I said it the other day when we had it on the show. We've had it twice now. Ford's announcement of, we're not actually, that was yesterday, we're not actually going to go ahead and really build any cars with them moving forward, collectively, doing one as a joint venture. So that's hurt them, and I think you're going to see more and more of that. New issue. I don't have any real history of what to look at. Phase 1 of the chair, sitting back here, is probably what I do. Now, don't get me wrong, Kevin. Day trade the daylights out of this intraday off of pivot points. I'm good with that. But I'd be real cautious on RIVN with it being so new and it's not really doing well at all. And then Gene had asked from Amgen. And I think we'll wrap it up. So on Amgen, actually, let's go look at where it's right now. So let's see. Not really much happening there on Amgen. I can't. Let's see what's that. That was kind of flat. See the hash marks. You get this one off trade up here. Now we're back down here. You just can't rely on that being valid data when it's just that little hash mark there. So right now, bearish trade. Gene, I needed to move back up near the 206 level and fail. If that can happen, I'll be looking at buying a put option, taking a credit spread, something giving me a bearish connotation as a move on this trade. I like the buying put on it a little bit better than I do the credit spread for an Amgen. So, all right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, come next week, Monday, we are starting this show now at 8:30 a.m. We will go for a full half hour till 9, which will give you the opportunity to get in, make actionable decisions on what we talk about here, and figure if you want to add any of these to your list before the market gets open. It's going to give you a little bit more wiggle room, a little bit more breathing room. All right, so make it a profitable day. Stay focused on the quest to becoming a great trader. Keep crushing it. And remember, you're just one trade away. All right, everyone, have a great day, and I will see you mañana. Take care now. Bye.